With the Elips DP, GONG gives you an ultra-versatile 3-strut kite. It was engineered for wave riding, yet it still performs brilliantly on a foil and even on a twin tip. The kite blends precise drift in the surf with the crisp looping pedigree of its big air sibling, the 80 DP, handing you a setup that's pure fun in nearly any situation, from your very first bottom turn to a full-powered kite loop. I tested the Elips DP in the 9 square meter size, both on my 5'1" directional and on a foil. On the surfboard I mainly train strapless freestyle, while on the foil I work on freestyle tricks as well. I weigh 84 kilograms without additional gear. Most of my sessions were on the Baltic Sea in typical onshore or sideshore winds, so you're seeing the kite perform under real-world conditions. I put the kite up in winds of roughly 11 to 20 knots. With lighter pull, I rode an 800 square centimeter foil wing. Once the breeze filled in, I swapped to a 610. My surfboard of choice was a 5'1" freestyle board. I flew the kite with GONG's 52 centimeter wide FeelX bar, rigged with 22 meter lines in a low V configuration. You can just as easily run the Elips DP on any other low V bar with equal length lines and single front line safety. If you want ultra direct feedback, switch to stiff SK99 lines. You'll feel the kite in every situation. GONG gives you 2 build options: the Perth version, made from classic Dacron, and the Team version, which is what the Elips DP comes in. In this spec, GONG uses a double skin profile and a UPE Aramid laminate for the leading edge and struts, essentially the same material other brands sell as Aluula, just without the premium price. At 85 grams per square meter, it's in exactly the same weight class, yet it's stiff enough that the leading edge can be noticeably slimmer. Pump up the 9 square meter size, and the tube diameter feels more like a standard 7. On top of that, you get ultra-narrow wingtips that make the kite spin on a dime, plus a 55-gram triple ripstop canopy that keeps things light and durable. The double skin profile runs from the underside of the leading edge into the canopy, smoothing the airflow so gusts are simply swallowed. Even in light wind, the kite stays rock solid. I was already foiling on the 9 from 11 knots. Inflation happens through a standard quick flow valve, and the one-pump system fills struts and leading edge in one hit. The bridles are short, attach at 6 points with no pulleys, and are made from thin 1.9mm rob line. Tip savers protect the ends, and only the outermost tips need line deflectors. The rest stays perfectly clean. You can trim the Elips DP exactly to your liking. Both the front and rear bridles offer 3 attachment points each, letting you dial in power, turning speed and bar pressure. I set the front lines in the innermost knot to squeeze out maximum agility and left the steering lines in the middle slot. If you want more grunt, just move the front bridles 1 or 2 knots outward. That instantly unlocks a lot more pull from the kite. GONG may build the Elips DP as a medium to strong wind kite, but in my experience it's happiest in light to moderate breeze. From 11 knots you can hop straight onto the foil, and around 16 knots you're already riding strapless. Its low end is genuinely impressive. The canopy stays rock solid from a trickle of wind right up to a blow, depowers cleanly, and both holding and steering forces sit in a comfortable mid-range. Every bar input registers instantly, so you always know exactly where the kite sits in the window. Because the Elips DP flies far out toward the edge of the window, you'll track upwind effortlessly, even when the wind is barely there. The baseline power, forward drive, and, above all, its turning speed are almost crazy. Give yourself a session or 2 to get used to it. The kite reacts faster than most others, so you'll need to steer the bar with pinpoint precision to keep it exactly where it belongs. It's great fun in the surf too. The drift is strong and a quick tug on the bar snaps the kite right back to where you want it. Relaunch is a breeze. Water drains instantly off the double skin profile and the kite pops up from any position without a fuss. The Elips DP has an enormous operating range. With the 9 square meter size, you can foil from about 11 knots and start popping clean airs at roughly 12 to 13 knots. Sheet the bar all the way in and the kite rockets through the wind window, cranking out lightning fast loops. In waves, it still offers rock solid drift without yanking you off the board mid-loop. Thanks to its hefty low-end grunt, the 9 actually feels more like a classic 11 or even 12 square meter kite. If you want to push strapless freestyle or boost really high on the foil though, you'll need 2 or 3 knots more so the kite can deliver enough lift. Otherwise, its forward pull in the lower wind range makes you expect more jump power than it can truly provide. Put the Elips DP next to the usual heavyweights, the Duotone Neo SLS or Neo D Pro, and one thing jumps out. It's not the lightest kite on the rack, yet its double skin profile and ultra slim tips more than offset those few extra grams. While you'll easily pay twice as much for the Duotone models, unless you manage a dealer discount, the Elips DP delivers the same breadth of performance for a far fairer price. When it comes to versatility, it definitely doesn't need to hide behind the market leader. You can pick up the Elips DP in sizes from 4 to 10 square meters. Choose the 9 meter version and you'll be holding just under 3 kilos. Officially, you should pump the kite to 8 psi, but I usually go to 9. At that pressure, it feels noticeably stiffer and flies more smoothly. You can pick from white, sky blue, or navy. Prices start at €999 for the 4 square meter size. The 9 normally retails at €1,249, but with the current 25% discount, it drops to an attractive $929. You can only order through the GONG website. The kites usually ship about 2 days after payment, and in my case, the journey from France to the Baltic Sea never took more than 7 days, door to door. If anything ever jams up, the friendly support team is quick and easy to reach. On the bottom line, I can honestly recommend the Elips DP. Fly it on a surfboard, a foil, or a twin tip, and you'll be throwing solid jumps with zero effort. Its lightning fast turning does take a little getting used to, but that speed is exactly what makes the kite so exciting. Even though it's only 9 square meters, it feels like a kite 2 sizes bigger and delivers power early. In light wind, the Elips DP is my go-to, and if you're after modern materials, clean handling, and a fair price in one package, you found it.